So if you haven't heard, Fidel Castro, the dictator of Cuba, has died. The guy who has been oppressing Cubans for years. I have friends who are Cuban, from Cuba, and telling me stories about the most atrocious things, even within the education system. That's primarily the stories I heard. Fidel Castro was not a nice leader. He was a dictator. Now, he did some good for Cuba, but that's like, a guy giving his slave a fucking meal. Like, he feeds the slave. He feeds them. That's nice. You're like, yeah, when Hitler loved dogs. What a fucking great guy. Loved dogs. But it doesn't detract away from the horrible things he did. Now, in my country, Canada. Oh, Canada. Where Trudeau, the feminist leader that we have here, who is so liberal, changes our national anthem, right? Changes our national anthem to all thy sons command to all thy thou command, or some bullshit. I don't even know.
All of us command.
Is it that? I didn't even know that because I was like, no, I'm not going to sing it that way. Whenever I hear all of us, I'm like, sons! I'm like, fuck you, it's sons command. That's I've been doing it my entire life. And also, Trudeau is all about human rights. Let's bring in every Syrian. And what? You have more Syrians? Great! We're looking for more Syrians. This guy is all about human rights. Now, what raised some eyebrows in his circles was the letter he wrote after Fidel Castro died, calling him a magnificent leader. The guy who's for human rights is calling Fidel Castro, the guy who would kill people who were against his ideology. Now we have the Canadian Prime Minister going, yeah, he was a magnificent leader. When he was asked if Fidel Castro was, after everyone was pissed off, obviously everyone's like, are you fucking stupid? You're a retard, Trudeau. What is wrong with you? What a great person. He was a nice guy. He smiled a lot, smoked a lot of cigars. That's probably why he died early in age. But he was a magnificent leader, the guy who would, kidnap people in trucks and then hang them. And also there's a lot of other fucked up things in Cuba, such as no one being paid properly. When I head to a resort in Cuba, the few times I've been, the employees are like, yeah, I make $10 a month, 10 pesos a month. I'm like, bro, here's 10 pesos. Like, fucking live life. Like, you had someone 5 pesos. They're like, do you want me to suck your dick in the back? Or that's how bad. I actually met a Cuban person in the resort who used to be a teacher, but made more money working at the resort. This is the kind of culture, the area that Cuba has to deal with, this politics. And Trudeau is giving it a thumbs up. Now, everyone is obviously pissed off. Most people are pissed off or questioning Trudeau's letter. If you want to read the letter, I'll put the link down there below. Now, when we look at the liberal media talking about Fidel Castro's death, CNN, all the liberal media, we lost a leader today. We lost a man, poor Fidel Castro. So the guy who would kill people who had opposing views from his people just because they just like, I don't agree with not being paid more. Well, I'm going to murder you now. That guy, completely fine, right? Oh, poor guy. Oh, rest in peace, you fucking dictator, you communist fuck. But then they're gonna bash fucking Donald Trump. Oh, the guy who hasn't even done anything yet. He just said some fucking bad jokes that I found hilarious. Said some jokes on his speeches. This guy's gonna ruin the world, blah, blah, blah. He's a horrible leader, but you haven't even seen what he does. Yet the liberal media, who has evidence of what Fidel Castro has done, oh yeah, we lost a great leader today. You dumb motherfuckers. Why is Trump so bad? But motherfucking Fidel Castro, the dictator, the thing that we are trying to strive to stay away from in our government politics, That's fine. Go fuck yourself. Go shove something up your ass. Go fuck a maple tree. Trust me, it feels great. Again, I know Fidel did kind of good things, but again, fixing traffic and giving a good education system doesn't mean everything else is horrible. And I've talked to people from Cuba. I've heard about their stories. I have one friend who she was in university and was doing a story on transsexuals in Cuba, which, by the way, if you're a tranny in Cuba, not allowed. No one's happy with that. You're heading to jail or even worse. She did an interview secretly in somebody's house. And she said, I had to we had to hide upstairs and I had to talk in the tape recorder. And when she brought it to school, it was, no, we don't want this in the education system. Where my friend was trying to open up the LGBTQ in Cuba, immediately shot down by teachers, everyone, because you want to know why? Because Mr. Fidel, who his brother, is equally as a fucking dick, is now running the show. They do not allow it. There is no human rights in Cuba. You want to be transsexual? You want to be gay? Good fucking luck. Not going to happen in Cuba. So him dying, who gives a fuck? That's my thing. Sure, pretty nice guy at some points. Mostly a fucking dick. We shouldn't have dictatorships in this world anymore, in my opinion. And if there are places that have dictatorships or Sharia law, you're living in the medieval ages, motherfuckers. Go. Catch up. Evolve quicker. And Cuban people are amazing, by the way. Cuban people are fucking nice, funny, sweet people, and God bless them. They have to live in that fucking shithole. Oh, I mean, the country is beautiful. The resorts are amazing. But I walked through the city and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Just saying.